Islam is the fastest growing religion on earth. But here's what nobody talks about. The people converting to it aren't from Muslim countries. They're from the West. College educated, former atheists, scientists, women with careers. Why is this happening? We were told a story. Science advances, religion fades, humanity moves on. That was supposed to be the direction. So, why is it going the other way? Here are the numbers. By 2050, Islam is projected to nearly equal Christianity in global population. Not because of birth rates alone, because of conversion. And the fastest conversion rates? United States, United Kingdom, France, and Germany. The most secular countries on earth. Something isn't adding up. Here's something modern psychology has quietly confirmed. Children, before anyone teaches them anything, naturally assume the world was designed. Show a 3-year-old a rock, they ask why it's there. Show them a river, they ask who made it. Psychologists call this teleological thinking, the default assumption that things exist for a reason. Nobody teaches kids this. They arrive with it. In Islam, there's a word for this, called the Fitrah, the innate human recognition that a creator exists. The argument isn't that religion is taught to people. The argument is that atheism is taught to people. We're told science and religion are at war, but actually that's a very recent idea. Isaac Newton, the man who basically invented modern physics, believed studying the universe was studying the mind of God. Galileo, Copernicus, Mendel, Faraday, deeply religious, all of them. The idea that science killed God wasn't born in a laboratory, it was born in politics. Here's what actually happened. In Europe, church held political power for centuries. It backed kings, it started wars, it burned people. When Enlightenment thinkers rejected the church, that was reasonable. But something went wrong in that rejection. People didn't just reject corrupt institutions, they threw out the question itself. Is there a God stopped being a question worth asking? And that assumption got passed down like a gene. But here's the problem. Rejecting a corrupt institution is not the same as disproving a creator. Most of the reason people rejected religion in the West don't even apply to Islam. There is no pope, there's no central church, no clergy controlling doctrine. The Quran has no Council of Nicaea moment where the committee decides which verses stay and which disappear. It has been memorized entirely by millions of people across 1400 years. Not stored in a vault somewhere, it's living in human memory. And it's still recited today in the exact language it was revealed in. Think about what that means. You can actually go back to the source. So who are these Westerners converting? A 2019 study found that in the UK alone, roughly 100,000 people had converted to Islam. The majority? White British women. Not from Muslim communities, not from religious households, people who studied it and came to their own conclusion. You can agree or disagree with that conclusion, but you can't say that they were brainwashed into it. Here's the uncomfortable part. Most people form their opinion of Islam without reading a single page of the Quran. They form it from news headlines.
I think Islam hates us.
Cable news panels.
It says they are to create a Muslim state to rule the world under the religion.
Political talking points.
Muslims don't belong in America, that they have no place here, that they should all go home.
How many hours have you spent actually investigating it? Research shows the average American spends over 7 hours a day consuming media and virtually 0 time investigating the largest question in human existence. Why are we here? Look, I'm not asking you to become Muslim. I'm asking you something much simpler. When did you decide your worldview? Was it through research, or did you just absorb it from your environment? Because if you were born in India, you'd probably be Hindu. If you were born in rural America, probably Christian, and Saudi Arabia, probably Muslim. Most of us didn't choose our beliefs. We inherited them. And most of us have never seriously questioned whether we inherited the right ones. Across all of human history, every civilization, every continent, every culture, the default human position was something created all of this. Atheism is not the evolved, intelligent conclusion, it's the newest idea on the shelf. And right now, in the most secular countries on earth, people are investigating that shelf and walking away with a different answer than they expected. You will spend 80,000 hours of your life working. Most people spend less than 10 seriously asking why they're alive at all. If a creator exists, and billions of people across every civilization in history believed one does, that would be the most important thing you could ever discover. So the question isn't whether Islam is true or false. The question is, have you actually looked for yourself?